And we are back at 99 The News, and today we're talking about the Trump plan and trying to cut taxes for people under $150,000, eliminating federal income tax. Well, this is why I think it's a bad idea. And I know you're like, Kevin, it's a bad idea to give people more money. No, it's not a bad idea to give people more money, but I want you guys to see it from a different perspective. Now, as I mentioned in this article, another one of Trump's proposals aims to put more money into Americans' pockets, but without much economic justification or logistical backing. The idea is to eliminate taxation, federal taxation, for those making less than $150,000. Now, I said, the question was, well, who does this benefit the most? And I said, surprisingly, corporations would benefit the most. Eliminating income taxes from those making under $150,000 removes the pressure for companies to provide livable wages. Instead of corporations stepping up with higher wages, the burden shifts back onto the taxpayer. Who wins in this? Well, the corporation says, hey, we don't have to pay them as much. We can, that $80,000 doesn't have to, or that $75,000, that's what it is. They're taking home more money, but guess who gets to keep that money? It's being repatriated back to the shareholder. That's the prices in stocks are going to skyrocket because they know that money that you're no longer paying in taxes or having to pay from a wage perspective, because the wage is the number one the biggest expense for most companies. They're going to find ways to repatriate that back to the shareholders, and their stock prices are going to go up if this goes through. I also mentioned that Americans might feel financial relief in the short term from having more take-home pay under the Trump tax cuts, but there could be larger issues in the long run. Long term, this could lead to growing federal deficits as tax revenues decline, but government spending continues. Future generations would inherit increased debt burdens. Advocates might argue that growth in consumption could offset some losses, but we're talking about trillions of lost revenue, a massive gap to fill. So yes, you might keep more of your paycheck now, but you'll be paying for it later with higher national debt and greater economic uncertainty. Remember this. Remember that we are in a deficit, a significant deficit. And any money that we borrow or any money that we take from a tax cut perspective is just our debt increasing. So we're using borrowed money to put back in our pockets in the hopes of spurring consumption, spurring growth that can offset the tax cut. And that's a tough pill to swallow. But you're also giving a lot of that money. Not only you're giving them tax cuts, the corporation's tax cuts, 21%, maybe down to 15%, depending on what they say, but you're giving them another expense cut or a tax cut here by not having to increase salaries. This is nothing more than a corporate tax cut. It's not a personal tax cut. It's a corporate tax cut. Thank you guys for listening to 99 in the News. I hope this has been a valuable use of your time. I hope this has been educational. Until next time.